Oh. Don't you think it's offensive to call the Mexican radio station a bunch of gibberish? Have you ever listened to that radio station? Yeah. And anyway, I was talking about the commercials. But I get it. You're trying to put some kind of racial, prejudicial spin on this. Yes, very, very good. You're going to fail, you see, because we're talking about the idiotics of idiomatics, languages, which is a whole different entity. And as someone who used to teach English mechanics, ESL no less, I can testify to a world-recognized fact that the English language, in particular American English, is by far adjudicated to be the stupidest, most ridiculous, the most redundantly incomprehensible language extant. Why? Why is it so difficult both to teach and to learn? Inconsistencies. It is riddled with inconsistencies. So you see, I don't really have too many compunctions with poking fun at other languages because linguistically we're already at the bottom of the barrel, you see. And, you know, I can tell you a personal experience. Speaking for myself, and you can be as upset as you want when I say this, I offer you no apologies. When I hear people speaking in languages of Oriental derivation, especially if the person is upset or angry, I find it very difficult not to laugh because the punctuative, musical intensity of languages from that part of the world, it's really something to behold. And I knew a fellow from Japan, born and raised, and he learned English as a second language. And we were talking one day, and I asked him, well, first I told him what I just told you, how when I hear languages from that part of the world, sometimes it makes me want to laugh. And he wasn't insulted, and he certainly wasn't offended. We could have that kind of conversation. And then I turned around and I asked him, well, never mind me. What did you think the first time that you heard American English? What was your reaction? Once he stopped laughing, he told me that the first time he heard American English, the first time he heard some fool speaking it, I don't know if you remember them or not, but 78 RPM phonograph albums, if you took one of those and you put it on a turntable and you played it at the wrong speed, and it sounded like this. That's what we all sound like to him, and possibly to other people from that part of the world. I have no problem with that. That's hysterical. That's a laugh riot. No. That, yeah. No apologies. What is that thing on your desk that looks like a doorknob? This? This is an ink blotter. You know, you sign your name with a fountain pen, the ink's going to be wet, so you have to blot it dry. Because if you don't, you fold up the letter and shove it in an envelope, the ink is going to smear, it'll be illegible. Yeah, that's what that is. And if you think writing with a fountain pen is outdated, let me tell you something. When I first got this thing, whoever owned it before I did, they did the same thing I did. I use old scrap paper for the blotting paper. You can unscrew this and remove and replace it. Well, there was a piece of paper in there from the previous owner, and when I went to remove it, I realized what it was. Being Punx and Skins, you are of course familiar with concert flyers like this. Remember, we had Colin from up at the Punk House littering these all over town when there was a show coming up. Well, once upon a time, when there was a theatrical stage show or a new movie coming out, they did the same thing. They had little flyers, circulars, handbills to advertise the production, to get you to come and see it. And that's what it was. It was an old handbill for a movie that was being introduced out at a theater, and they were trying to stimulate interest. Now you know the sort of thing, you see it today. Come and see the new blockbuster from Hollywood, Dolby surround sound, digitally remastered, 3D, you know, that kind of thing. Well, this was the same way. And it was advertising some new spectacular motion picture just been introduced. Come and see it, guaranteed, you'll be amazed for the first time anywhere. Movie presented with sound, dialogue. You remember that precipice between the silent movies and then the talking pictures? Yeah, that's what it was. An advertisement for a movie coming out, which you could actually hear. Sound. It was the latest thing. Will there be a punk auction this year? I doubt it. Why would there be? What is your favorite kind of ice cream? Neapolitan. Where else you can get 3 flavors for the price of 1? I love a mixture. What do you do when you get a song stuck in your head? These are some brilliant questions today, kids. That's easy. When you get a song stuck in your head, you exorcise it. You get it out of your head by singing it, or whistling it, or humming it, or playing it on a record player, or playing it on a piano. You get the song stuck in your head, out of your head, by exorcising it.